Welcome to a short reflection on Canto 3 of Dante's Inferno by Sebastian Maffut. Dante actually asked the meaning of this, and Virgil, who's just talked Dante out of his cowardice, has to warn him again against it. The two are about to enter upon a fallen people who have no hope and no way to pray for help. Prayer, in fact, stops here for the next 30 cantos. Hell, in short, is a state where one experiences for all eternity a complete separation from God. It is also the ultimate demonstration of God's love, for God gives us the freedom to choose that state of separation. Everyone in hell is there because he or she chose it. Among the fallen, the first souls we see are mixed with the angels who chose no sides in the war Lucifer started in heaven. If Lucifer's fall was instantaneous, so was the fall of these cowards, which puts Virgil's admonition to Dante in a fairly obvious light. Dante has his own choice to make. He can't sit on the wall. He has to choose, and he's expected to choose God, rejecting all of what he's about to see in hell. This is our first sight, too, of divine justice, which is called by the name of Contrapasso, which means, most literally, that the state in which one persists in life continues to be the state in which one persists in death. Colloquially, Contrapasso means the punishment fits the crime. In this case, the souls follow a banner that's ever-changing direction, pursued by hornets. Among them of note is the first of 5 popes we'll meet in hell, Celestin V, the pope who renounced the papacy, and by his action let so much evil into the church in the person of his successor, Pope Boniface VIII, whom Dante will dog like a hornet through the remainder of the comedy. Upon this river Acheron, the souls destined for hell gather and await their passage to the first seat of judgment at the hand, or rather tail, of Minos. Acheron is the boatman, and his wrath in seeing Dante's living person comes from his recognition of a soul as of yet in a state of grace. Dante, in fact, is destined for heaven because at the sight of the fate of the opportunist he's already chosen it. The lighter craft to which Acheron refers, then, is the one meeting at the river Tiber, the one that ferries the souls to purgatory, from which they necessarily ascend to heaven. The phenomenon that bears note is that everyone yearns for placement, even if it means eternal torment. Like sand settling to a final resting place when stirred within a stream, these souls want to be judged, because they know that judgment is due them. They chose, then, not only hell, but their particular place in it. Dante, overwhelmed by it all, swoons for the first time. It is said that God's mercy is greater than his justice, but that's man's way of trying to measure the chasm that lies between the dignity of the offended and the dignity of the offender. There is no way we can make amends for the gravity of our sin, so God's forgiveness is incomprehensible if we think of it in terms of absolute justice. Since Adam, we're all separated from God, but God always seeks us out, like the father of the prodigal son, who sees him coming from a distance, like Adam in the garden, whom God calls out of his place of hiding. God has a plan to bring us home, and this took material form in the person of Jesus Christ. In this sense, God's mercy is the same as God's justice. All we have to do is shrug off our own cowardice, choose God, and embrace hope in the future he has planned for us. God does the rest.